Because we lived for the aftergloom. Aftergloom is a word that describes the loneliness you feel after an intense social event, as the glow of voices and laughter fades into a somber quiet. This aftergloom is something I felt after this New York trip. I don't get exactly why I feel this way, but I did. It's ironic though, isn't it? Because should we not leave inspired immediately? We should feel thankful and happy and lucky to go home to the people that love us. But I feel like for us creatives in this space, it's inevitable. Especially after being around people just like us and then suddenly having to leave it all behind. It happens a lot. Through camps, community events, and fateful meetings, there's gonna be countless goodbyes. And we inadvertently chase this aftergloom because it's the only indication that the time we had was meant to be. It's almost like we want to feel the aftergloom rather than feel nothing at all.
And that is why I'm very appreciative of you guys meeting you this year.
That's crazy I met you this year.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what it is about New York, but it makes you feel like the main character of a movie. Yet, at the same time, the high-rises and never-ending amount of New Yorkers also makes you feel pretty insignificant. In a nice and peaceful kind of way. I guess that's the duality of being here. I mean, even doing the mundane things in life feels cinematic. Today, I decided to just roam around and shoot my first roll of film. And clearly, I was a beginner. I mistook the shutter sound as the focus sound and ended up wasting a roll. But one thing I learned being around other artists in New York is nothing is wasted here. You can turn any mistake into a life lesson or a literal piece of art. And sharing that art here comes even easier. It seems like a friend is always only a block or subway away. And I'm not gonna lie, but that aspect alone is enough to make it feel like the city is all yours and you're free to say yes to everything.
Yo, let's do Vlogmas.
Vlogmas right there, yeah. We do a Vlogmas.
Let's do it. Alright, so first day in New York, and we've already agreed to do Vlogmas, and that is why this trip was a good investment. Because now I'm gonna do a Vlogmas, guys.
Here's the thing. Locking in also comes pretty easy here. It seems an idea is generated every minute here, and having a circle of dedicated creatives means someone always needs a hand with the idea. And it seems hands are always open to help. I helped BB Jane with shooting one of her videos, and being able to see someone else in the element here where they seem to be the best version of themselves makes you want it even more for yourself too. Everyone is out here to inspire you, and you to inspire them back.
I think the biggest thing I gained this year was like self-worth. With everything that was like been happening this year and it's hectic, it was definitely something that I needed to gain, and I felt like I had to sacrifice some of my like quote-unquote niceness. I had to learn to be selfish in a good way, because that's the only way that I was really gonna kind of find my true value, where I'm not distracted by everyone else's needs, because the only thing that I really wanted to focus on this year was prioritizing my needs and my own self-worth over everything else. And I feel like that's made me a better person for it. And in doing so, actually, now that I am kind of like have that much larger self-worth, I can then repay that back to other people and have that kind of like niceness back and kind of inspire others too in that way. So yeah. When it comes to New York City, I feel like it's a place that's like heavily inspired me. There's so much of the city that I feel like I find in myself and I can pull away from. But what I feel like is subtracted of me is because I don't live here. I'm forever chasing a dream that I know I might not even like be able to achieve, because I don't know, but like, logistically trying to move to New York City, it is tough. So I think in a way it subtracts constantly be chasing the high of New York City, even though I know this is where like I am and want to be. Yeah.
And look, you don't have to lock in 24/7. This is the city that never sleeps after all. So partying here also comes pretty easy. Sometimes a little bit too easy. Yes. Cue another upbeat montage, Paolo. Okay, look, I had fun, but today it's a different kind of fun. And that's the community. The community here is pretty great, and often there are creative events or meetups that happen. And while I was here, my friends hosted a Thanksgiving event. I was lucky enough to be part of the first Let's Report NYC and part of season 2 of Creators on Creators. So it only made sense that I would support on their collaboration. Events like these, I feel, revalidate your journey as a creator by meeting more people just like you that you never would have met if it weren't for the event. Plus, it's always nice seeing people you've talked to online and catch up with other creators in the community.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. It's hard not to like romanticize the city, you know, like even with all the rats, the trash, the crazy people. There's just something about this that's like, I feel like everyone here is like not afraid to kind of like be open and like kind of like give themselves. It's like you not only give yourselves to like the city, but you give yourself, your whole self to like the inhabitants, like the people in the city. Like we were at the...
I feel like no city shows love to other creatives the way New York does. Because everyone gives themselves to the art, they're able to open themselves up to others, whether it be support or a genuine compliment. And these are the type of things that would be a daily occurrence while I was here. And that's one of the main reasons why I love New York, is because everyone loves each other.
Hey, this might sound random, but would you be down to organize like a walk and talk with our communities here in New York City? I think it could be fun. No pressure, but I think it could be fun. I don't know, should we aim for like 20 people? I don't even know if like 20 people are gonna show up, but I mean, that'd be fun.
I mean, there was no way I could say no, right? New Yorkers always seem to pull through. I knew for sure my community would pull up, and so would BB Jane's. And what we got was this amazing mix of people from all around New York. Even with the chaos of it all and the cold weather, everyone was still in high spirits. I guess it's the warmth of watching the sunset with others that kept us alive, as well as the connections and inspiration around us. I feel like pockets of events like these happen all around New York, and they all for sure have the same effect, no matter where in New York and when in New York.
Hey guys, check it out. I'm in New York.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. Squeeze in.
Where y'all going?
Oh yeah, we gotta go on the right, lads.
It's crazy how emotions seem to be timeless. I felt the exact same way both during and after a previous New York trip this year. Except I, along with everyone else here, was on a completely different part of their journey to where they are now. Careers have changed, and so have relationships with people, relationships with themselves, and people's own artistic directions. Yet, after all of these canon events we've had, I feel the same at the end of it every single time. To be honest with you, this was the first time I watched the footage of the first report in a long time, and it makes me pretty emotional. A part of me misses the naivety of all of us here. I feel like we all still had these hopes and dreams we wanted to achieve. We knew there were no promises, so the process was fun. But as we grew and we came to achieve those dreams, we seemed to have outgrown them and, in a way, became completely different people. And in no way is that bad, but it is something you miss. On the other hand, it's amazing seeing faces here who were starting on their journeys, and seeing them at the latest ripple, now further along their journey. It's a testament to how much of an effect this first event had on people, and I can only speak for some, but how much we all felt the aftergloom.
Oh my god, I was totally in frame. This is the biggest yawn of my life.
This is such a cool lens.
The 16 to 35 is such a good lens.
Hope you get home safe to London. We're leaving messages for Paolo.
Oh. Can't wait till you move here.
This isn't a Q train. This isn't a Q train. This is an R train. Oh shit.
I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't think this was the last time I'd see these people, cause I really thought this was it. The odds at the time of me coming back to America, let alone be in another space with a lot of these people, were thin. And the same feeling of farewell I felt in March was the same one I felt on this recent trip. Though fate ended up having plans for all of us and gave us more time with each other, and that also led to a lot more goodbyes. I cried when I got back to the hotel that final night. Maybe it wasn't happiness, or maybe it was the alcohol, but I knew it was the sadness you felt when you say goodbye. We're never guaranteed to see these people again, and some you may only see once more, but I personally would never want to know that. Yes, you could be going back home to friends, to family, to a partner, to a career, but when you haven't found the same creative circle in the city where you're from, the same way New York has given you, then it's a large Manhattan-sized hole left out there. Maybe it is the people and not the city itself, but isn't it so much easier to accept the sadness in saying goodbye to a block of concrete than it is to saying goodbye to good friends? And that is why I would like to believe that when I cried for New York cried for me. So then what are you going to do about it? Do it then. Move. Well, that's the thing I haven't told you yet. What if I told you I don't? So ask me again if I chase for the aftergloom. Do you chase for the aftergloom? Maybe. Maybe I want to thrive in it because I can't accept that I'm already happy where I am. And in this world, I am happy where I am. So again, ask me one last time if I chase for the aftergloom. Do you chase for the aftergloom? Yes. This was never going to be a love letter to New York, where at the end I sign a lease and tell you I'm moving, nor is it going to be an obituary saying goodbye to a place I thought I'd only once visit. What this is an acceptance letter. To release the tether that I have about this dream of New York. Because it's no longer a place I see as a final goal to chase, but a place that I can call home, even if it's not physically. It's also to tell myself that now I know, of course, I will feel the aftergloom, but only when there are people where I would feel I'll grow. Because it's not a matter of where and why, but a matter of who.
You're like, not you guys.
The whole point.
Okay, we'll go back down now.
Better get a shot of my pants.
Bro, the way you're there, don't look at me like that either, man.
Well, yeah, we'll do if the ladder breaks and we can't be stuck.
I'd be like, Paul, you grab me last second.
Oh, yeah,
and
like
then
this.
And then we'd hold to get an angle from this.
Yeah.
Just get a little shot.
And then the music and the credit plays.